All right, guys, we are live here for our second podcast. I think I've screwed up some settings in the podcast, but it is what it is. Live and learn, I guess. But today we've got Jacob, who came back with us, and we got Robert here with us now.
What's going on, guys?
That's his ZL6 there in the background that y'all can see right now, showing up. But also, we do have some sad news.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. We have some sad news. After I was going on, told him he was not going to sell it. The jackass sold his Impala anyways.
Yeah, the Caprice is gone. I now have a new toy. Nothing particular special. I mean, it is special, but it's not. I got an 06 GTO now with the T56 trans. It is supercharged, making right at 600 horse. It has the potential to make a lot more, but I got to do injectors and cam and supporting mods for that. But it's got a little Magnuson 2.7 supercharger old style on it. I mean, it's nothing really that big and bad, but
All right.
it makes 600 horse, so it's
Still.
fun to drive. It's got super swampers on it right
Yeah.
now.
Yes. Like Robert said, it definitely does have some super swampers on it.
Yeah, it looks like an all-wheel drive car right now instead of a rear-wheel drive sports car.
That's like a rally car.
yeah, it does actually. Yeah.
I mean, trying to go rally now or something?
No, not.
Honest?
I mean, maybe one day, but not not in that definitely.
Not
Maybe in a
anytime
little,
soon, huh?
yeah, maybe in a little Datsun 520 or something, but not in that. I would. It would be on camera if it would. I mean, we could have probably fit it in here, but I'd rather have the Z06 in here than my little red rocket, as I'm calling it.
Yeah. But needless to say, I'm sad about it. But Robert also, you just got some upgrades and stuff done to your Z06, didn't you?
I did. We did the LG 15-inch conversion, so we could actually put some tires on it where you could not spin through third gear.
Yeah, y'all can see kind of in the background there. Big old big fat tire.
Yeah, it still spun last night. Like, we've got some other things we got to work out. Like, I can't launch more than 2,000 RPM, so it's just a dog off the tree.
Yeah.
And then it's still spinning. I got to figure out how to do a burnout.
It's a guy that built an insane Jeep and then also an insane Mustang that I ended up getting off of you. And he still says he can't do a burnout.
Well, it's hard to do it on the first try. In the first try you're doing in eliminations is usually probably not the best.
Yeah, especially on a new setup like you've got. I mean,
yeah, it's basically the whole back suspension is brand new. And of course we were trying to do it in a makeshift water puddle. It's not like the normal track puddle.
Yeah.
Not to make excuses. It just we got some things to learn, and
I mean, that's just part of racing. You
Yeah.
got to learn. Because even whenever, like I said, I noticed whenever you was racing, like, I thought you was just slicking at the tree real hard, but when you came up and showed me, you said, dude, I can't get over $2,000 to launch it and stuff. And I was like, well, then that there was the damn issue. Because, I mean, time you were taking off, he was 2 cars out
they
on you.
were 60 foot in the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I was probably barely sub 2 second 60 foots, which is
Yeah.
horrible. So, but I mean, it is what it is. It's what I should have done was not race yesterday. I should have just tested.
Yeah.
but like we talked, it is what it is at this point. You got the data and the even more knowledge about it. So
Yeah, we'll get it. I mean,
that's part of just getting out there and doing it and learning from your mistakes and just improving as you go on and everything.
yeah.
what would make it a lot easier is if that car would actually work the way it's supposed to in the computer. Like when I had it, I was able to go through the settings and get it to go up in RPM. But you got to do 17 different freaking things in order to get to go up in RPM. And then if you don't do it just right and you're sitting there at the line and everyone's waiting on you to get your car going up in RPM, which is not worth it at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy, I'm not sure who it is, but he makes a trans brake setup for it, coupled with the MSD ignition. You can kind of do whatever you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a hard part install, it's just a wiring install, and it's all electronic. So it uses the paddle shifters.
Yeah. Now, didn't you also upgrade the pulley and some other stuff?
Yeah,
to
it's a smaller pulley, but it's nothing crazy. Gates belt, it's still only making like 16 or 17 pounds.
Yeah.
it's nothing crazy. It's a street car.
Right.
Now we do have heads and cam coming for it. We're going to port the blower. So
And
we're hoping,
a little bit of spray too, right?
yeah, we're going to spray it. It's got a lid on it, but we don't have it plumbed in.
Yeah. Because I know when we went to the Dragon, which one of the videos is up on YouTube and stuff, I was in the Mini Cooper. But man, I was behind him. The exhaust he had on it before he does now. Dude, that thing got me so freaking major of a headache and had me sick and everything. But now it's horrible now.
Yeah, it was pretty much straight pop before. And then so now it's got the cutouts. It's closer to factory. But it's still loud when it's open, but I can turn it off. And
It's nothing like it was, though. Holy.
Yeah, it's still nothing like it was. It's still loud, but it's nothing like it was.
Yeah.
Like it was annoying.
Yeah, it's very.
Even with it being an 8-speed, just driving down the interstate, it was just,
Right.
Going, like coming back from picking it up yesterday, or what was it? Day before
Friday.
yesterday.
Friday.
I've not had a good sleep schedule this weekend.
Right.
Even in the comments behind you, it's not as nowhere near as bad as it was. I'd say that. It's. I'm sorry. What was that,
We got
bro?
Ratatouille over here.
Freaking squirrels and everything coming looking down us.
He's making a pasta. Fettuccine. But anyway, I don't know. I still like the way it sounded when you first got it back that day and brought it up there, or brought it up here to the strip. But I understand when it comes to drowning us and making other people sick behind you in traffic. So
Yeah.
But still, you couldn't even talk on the inside of it either, could you? Didn't you have a hard
No,
time?
it was so loud and just raspy and it was bad.
Yeah.
And so this is a Mestercraft exhaust. So it's a full, I guess axle back. No, it's axle back from header back. And so it's a lot more. Like it still gets loud and stuff, but it's more controlled. It's more mellow than the other one.
what headers are on it?
Texas Speed 2-inch.
I didn't know. I couldn't remember for some reason what they were.
Yeah, it's still just a stock car. I guess it's a bolt-on car, but it's still essentially stock. We got the heads and cam coming, and I don't like the stages. And of course, the guy that Straub Technologies is doing the heads, so he don't like stages either. So, but we're doing, pretty aggressive stuff for the LT setup, and I'm sure it'll hit a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll port the blower, do an export with Kong, get him to do that, and then we're doing a corn upgrade E85, and then we're doing a booster pump. I think it's 35 liter per minute pump from DSX Tuning. So we should be, 900 wheel,
Yeah.
give or take. It's just it could be less, could be more. I don't know.
Well, still, with it being kind of a light car and everything, still 900 is going to be quite a bit for that car. Because right now you're still having somewhat. Well, no, it didn't really get all over the place on your.
It didn't get all over the place, but it did spin.
Yeah.
That's not. And again, I think some of that's contributed to the burnout. Wasn't the greatest in the world. But now I can say, just on the street, I can actually hammer it, first, second, third, and it not go all over the place. That one night we were coming back from. I don't know where we were coming back from. Remember we were trying to.
Oh, that was come back from the Foothills Parkway and everything when the cars and coffee and Foothills and we was coming back on the interstate.
Yeah.
No,
we
was
on
coming
the
back from
interstate.
Sevierville, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were on the interstate. We were here in Newport.
You're talking about when we all went with the Lambo and.
I don't think it was them, was it?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I
It
left
had to
with the
have been.
Lambo, didn't I? I thought I left and come home early.
There was a time that I remember being behind you all, and I was in the Caprice.
Yeah, you were behind us.
No, I was in the Shima.
It was the day. No, it was the day that you chased him in the drag strip.
Oh, it is. That is right. That is
Chased
right.
him in the
Yeah.
drag strip.
Yeah, so it was after Cars and Coffee, but it was just us, one of the guys that used to work for me in his Porsche,
Yeah, and Jeremiah.
and Jeremiah. That's when it was. Yeah.
Anyway, we set up beside each other at what, 60 or 70 mile an hour,
Yeah.
and I'm glad I had traction control on because I didn't expect it, and it went
Yeah.
snot. Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
definitely a wild sight from the back end of that race.
Yes, it definitely was. It definitely was.
if I had traction control off, we probably, we wouldn't have it in the background right now.
No, it's very true.
Let's not say that.
Big old fat meat back there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a bead lock on the back. that MacFab, you know, they do the bead lock on any wheel. To me, it kind of sits inside the wheel well a little too much, whereas the front wheels are flush, and so I think a bead lock will help fix that. Of course, we'll get them powder coated. I don't like the chrome. Don't get you home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true there.
So I just got a good deal on them. I got them used from a guy, wheels, tires, TVS sensors. I think I only paid like $1,000 for them.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, so this, you know, you order those wheels right now, they're $1,000 a piece probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know they definitely are for the GTR here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I couldn't imagine, you know, TBS sensors $100 a pop, you know, tires $400 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's definitely a good deal.
And the brakes too. You said the brakes are a lot better now, right?
Yes,
Because you got them set up for the.
So we had the TBM brakes on it before. Long story short, they told me they would fit 15s. They wouldn't. They would fit 17s because it didn't change the spindle.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't bled right either. But I took it to a road course, and man, it was. First day we boiled the fluid. We went through the pads. The old heads were laughing at me.
Yeah, because wouldn't you freaking like try to stop in one area and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to stop, but it ain't stopping.
Yeah, I got my instructor. He said, brakes, and I was like 2 feet on the brake. I was like, I'm on the brakes.
Just wasn't doing nothing there.
Yeah. So on the straightaway, it was 1.1 mile straightaway, and I could have easily got 160. And I mean, I didn't. I slowed down about 140 because at the end it was a hairpin and it dropped elevation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no sense in going 160 if you can't stop.
Right.
And it's too expensive a car to throw in the wall.
Yeah.
So, but now we did upgraded rotors. It's they're called frozen rotors. Literally, they freeze them negative 300 degrees for 24 hours, and then they're supposed to last all season. All season is one track event a month for 8 months. So that's a season. That's what they say.
That's crazy.
And so they were actually $50 cheaper than factory rotors, but they were still pretty expensive. And then we did a set of Hawk street pads right now, and then we'll upgrade when we take it back to the road course. We'll do Frodo pads. Of course, those things are super aggressive, and you can't drive them on the street. They're loud, noisy, and they'll eat the rotors up.
But you ain't got them on right now?
No, I've just got the street pads on right now.
Because now that next one is March?
April 18th, I believe, is what it is. And that's what, hopefully you guys can get off and go with me.
Yeah. I mean, I may not be able to take the GTR, but I pray to be able to take the GTR. But if not, I mean, I think I'm still going to try just to go to be there.
It's awesome, man. Like, those guys are so welcoming. And, you know, like when I was the youngest guy by 20 years probably. I didn't pay for a meal.
Shit.
I didn't pay for anything. Like, they took me in and paid for everything.
Took care of it all for you then.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't think they knew what they were talking about, but they do.
That's usually how it goes with everybody. You get there and you're like, oh shit, I ain't listening to these guys. They don't know shit or whatever. They're just a bunch of old farts. And in reality, they're sitting there running circles around and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
all right, maybe I need to start listening to them.
Yeah, Wayne McCamey out of Jefferson City, he's got a 911 GT3 RS, and he made me hurl.
Inside of the car, too.
Inside the car, inside the helmet. And then it was all over my shirt, you know what I mean? We get back to the trailer, and of course I'm kind of flagging him down because he can't hear, you know, it's so super loud.
Yeah.
And we get back, and, you know, I've thrown up in a $400,000 car, and it's all over my helmet. And then when I get back to my car, my instructor's there waiting for me to go back out. So, you know, I had to rinse off real fast, change shirts, clean the helmet out, and go back out there. Let's say my head wasn't in it that time.
I can just imagine though, from all the G-force and stuff, probably on the cars.
Man, I swear to you, I used to say that if you could turn, you weren't going fast enough.
Yeah.
But man, experiencing it, like somebody that is an experienced driver, man, they're rolling. I mean, they were a good 30 seconds ahead of me.
Shit.
Yeah, and
Which 30 seconds? That's a lot in the racing world.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know, like they were running like sub 2 minute laps, and I was probably 2:30. Again, I couldn't push it deep in the corners because I didn't have brakes, you know, and you know, my instructor wouldn't let me go that hard anyway. But I was rolling 120 through S curves. They were probably rolling 160.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's, in my defense, it had a race seat in it, but it was still factory harness, like factory 3-point harness. So I was still dipping
All
and
over the
diving, and
place.
and the best way I can describe it is that every turn was emergency style braking, and then halfway through the apex, he was full throttle back out of it. So for 30 minutes, it was just
Roller coaster.
yeah. And so for 25 minutes, I was good. And at 25 minutes and 15 seconds, my belly said, "Nope, not today."
Not anymore. I've had enough. Tap out.
And then that bacon that I had did not taste the same coming back up.
I can
I'm
only
sure.
imagine.
Like I still struggle eating bacon right now, just because I still remember that taste.
Ugh.
But it was a good time though, man. Those guys were like I'm in a group chat with those guys right now, and of course they're high rollers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's awesome. You know, they talk crap just like we do. It's really like age is just a number, guys.
Oh yeah, that's most definitely a number. That's like the guys that kind of pushed me and got me where I'm at today. I mean, they're way older than me too. I mean, they're fucking 50s, 60s. I think one maybe almost 70, which you met. Actually, you met 3 of them, didn't you? Up there at the
Yeah.
little thing we did for
The one dude's got
Christmas time.
I'm not sure it's pink, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
pink Porsche.
Yeah, that's Brent there and his 911 GT3 RS. I think that's what his is.
Yeah.
So, are you going to try to get your car?
They don't allow super swampers on the road course.
I don't think the GTO will be touching the road course anytime soon.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, there was in that beginner's class, man, there was everything in it. There was 350Zs, there was BMW 3 Series, there was C6s, there was the 06s.
I just don't think the GTO has the right proportion, which I mean, that's hard to say, I guess, but I mean, the GTO is just an F body. I mean, it's just a 98 to 02 Catfish Camaro
Yeah.
with a different skin on it. I mean, that's all it is. So
That
it's.
probably looks better.
I agree. I've still got my F body. I agree. I've still got my 98, but
I didn't say nothing.
it's it's just not one of those cars you want to put in a corner at best.
Well, and that's the thing. You don't have to be fast to go out there and have fun. Like for us to be out there having fun, like the lap times are, especially in that class.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're trying to get your license and stuff, it's just fun.
Now the Fiat, I would
You
not
could
be
probably take the Fiat.
opposed to doing the
We could
Fiat.
probably take the Fiat. We probably get the Fiat and the Vet. Well, we could do the Fiat, the golf cart, and the Vet.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Shit.
I mean, we could take the small trailer.
I don't know.
GTR, I'll throw the Mini Cooper on the Fiat.
I mean, I'm not opposed to taking them. I mean, the Fiat needs some work.
Dude, I mean, the Mini Cooper, I guarantee you can't have tires like that, though.
Yeah,
It does go through inspection. Like, they're pretty, I don't want to say they're pretty anal about it, but everybody has to go through an inspection, and you have to take your helmet and, all that stuff.
No, I'll fix the tires. I'm planning on fixing that one tire this week. Because when I'm going down the road, it's constantly like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not really about, at that point, it's not about going fast.
No.
Now, when you get into the advanced, like the guy that made me throw up,
Yeah.
They're real deal Holyfield. Like one of the guys in the crew's got an old ARCA car, like NASCAR car. There was
Shit.
2 of them in there, and then the guy I bought the full slicks from, like the road course slicks. He's got a KTM, whatever that little bad machine is.
Expo 4, whatever it is.
Yeah, with like the mono cockpit and all that stuff. Looks like a Batmobile when he gets out of it.
Oh, that'd be badass.
It's like I want to think it's a BMW motor, like turbo motor, makes like 400 horsepower, but it only weighs like 1,500 pounds, fully carbon.
Hey.
And it's got like the shocks on it, not shocks, but the jacks on it. He pulls it in the pits, puts the
Oh, the air jacks on it. Oh,
yeah, so it just
Little
comes
pumps.
up. Yeah,
That's pretty
Damn,
neat.
that is badass.
yeah. I don't know what his times were, but he's a cool guy. And then the
That's
guy
what he
had the
got.
ARCA car, also had a C8Z. There was another C8Z, and then there was an 80-year-old guy. I can't remember his name right now, but he had a E-Ray, like 80 years old. He also has a new NSX that he takes.
Ooh,
So these guys are just big ballers.
yeah. People you want to hang out with and become.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like what-
$500,000 Toyota home.
How did the E-Ray do in that?
They say it does good for the first half of the race.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a race, but the first session. So the sessions are 30 minutes a pop. And
Probably
they
just loses
say
battery, don't it?
it's awesome through the first 15 minutes, and after that, it loses charge and it does not charge.
There's a swirl.
Here goes a friend.
After what's funny is you can actually hear him.
Yeah, just kept giving the camera this time.
So
Bye, Fred.
they say that you think that it would recharge itself like by braking or whatever, but it does not.
Yeah.
So once it loses charge, it's just a regular Stingray. You know what I mean? So his first half laps are awesome, and then they taper off.
Yeah. So that's one thing about electric cars, man. They're fun for a little bit, but then they're not your gas engine. Just to go throw some gas in it, fucking add it full of power.
When I was out there was Camaros out there. There was Mustangs. I mean, it was, and really I think there was one 911 GT3 RS, and then of course he was kind of passing everybody, but the car is just,
Yeah.
Those things are mental, man.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, I mean, it's set up to do that. And granted, if I'd had different brakes, we could have probably had a different conversation. But the car, the 16s, they get hot a little bit. So, like, I didn't want to push it too much. It would creep up to, like, 230. But we've got a radiator coming for that. It's supposed to solve that. So.
Yeah, that's something I gotta get for the GTR, because I know when that's on the drag, the transmission was at 230. But a couple guys, they had the HKS.
Yeah, I think it's
Transcooler. Yeah, and then it was like a big difference. Chris had it on his, and he was showing it to me, and it was a big freaking difference.
Yeah, apparently they fixed that in 18 or something, 18, 19. They figured out that I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the core or what.
And of course, you've got the model that has the problems.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's how it always goes. Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to fix it, but it run out of date. Like they made a bulletin about it, and then it was too old. And then they wanted like $2,500 to fix it, and I was like, dude, I can get an aftermarket radiator for way cheaper than that.
No kidding.
And then there was, so on Texas Speed, they actually have, it's a CNR radiator, and from what I understand, CNR uses better cores, and I think it's a triple pass radiator, so it'll be, I think that one's probably a single pass. I'm not, Jake might know that.
Yeah, I mean, they built those cars to be as light as it could be, with it being a target top car, so, I mean, bare bones of the bucket almost, which is kind of crazy for a car of that stature. GM was like, oh yeah, let's build this car to be the baddest thing on the planet before the ZR1 comes out, and then they put a really crappy radiator on it, and they're like, oh well, hold on, we're 1 year away from the ZR1 coming out for its final edition, but now we've got another one in the C8 platform, but that's when they changed it to I'm pretty sure it's a dual core on the 18s now.
Yeah, so this radiator I'm getting is a triple pass, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, say it plugs in. There was a couple options. There was one option that was a cheaper option, but they wanted you to buy a fan system to go with it. And then the fan system was, the fan and the radiator was more than just the other radiator. And this radiator is meant to be with factory fans. It's, that plugged right into the Deutsch connectors. It's a plug and play, whereas the other one would have been some modifications.
So after we get in with the podcast, y'all two was wanting mine on mud buttons.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of roll racing.
So how bad do you think it's gonna be?
I definitely think the vet's got me by a long shot, just because A, I'm on Super Swampers.
Yeah.
And
well,
B,
if you got Super Swampers, you should have better traction.
Well, we're not racing in the dirt though. If we're racing in the dirt, maybe. And honestly, I think if it was back on the 20s on the back,
yeah,
I think it'd be a lot closer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I think it'll pull.
Oh yeah, I mean the C7 is so much more lighter than the GTO. Yeah, I really bad stutter. I've also not been to sleep again today like an idiot. But anyway, the C. I mean, that car is just. I'm biased about it. Everyone knows that was the dream of mine, so I'm biased about it. But that thing's the best thing all the way around, in my opinion. I mean,
well, and that car is really. It's not meant to be a drag car.
It's not. It's meant to be a road course car that you can take on the weekends to a track.
I don't know. Jacob done pretty damn good in his.
The Schultz,
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything can be a race car.
Oh, yeah,
factory, it's not really meant to be a race car.
Yeah.
And we're kind of halfway through. You know what I mean? So
there's a lot of modifications you go through to get them to a point to where it's like, okay, they actually hook up on the street. They actually hook up at the track now, and then it's.
I think
we were taking a car.
We were somewhere in the sevens. Somewhere like high sevens. What are you running on the?
Best I ever got was a 650. Well, 657. But I was always, my mile per hour was always all place. Like if I got a good launch and everything, it was hit about 111. But most of the time I'm like 108, 109 most of the time.
Yeah, so I was hitting like high 90s on the hard tire.
Yeah.
So it was somewhere in the sevens, but man, we were wasting 3 seconds on the line, like me just feathering the gas because it wouldn't hook.
But now since the other day, I know it was still kind of bare asphalt and stuff. And even though you still went down a fucking burnout or donut, oh no, he did. He went top of the hill still.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "You see up right there?" I was like, "Yep." And Jeremiah looked at me. He's like, "Hey, you on these radios?" I was like, "Yep."
Yeah,
He didn't care. He still sitting there doing
Yeah, I
it.
was a little frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
But I mean, you had a point though. I mean, I understand why you was frustrated. But did you feel like since you put those on there, does it feel like it might have done? A lot
oh yeah,
better?
yeah, it done way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was way better. And again, some of it was just ignorance on my part. Not knowing how to do the burnout. Once we get a burnout,
Yeah.
and then I can figure out get the tires hot. And,
Oh yeah. But it's all new learning curve.
but it was. I mean, it just spun a little bit. Before when on the hard tire, I was feathering it, completely feathering it. Like that time, I never let out of it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I never even felt comfortable turning traction control all the way off with those hard tires because
Oh,
it thinks
you
way
didn't.
faster than I can.
Yeah, you did.
So the
Oh,
traction control was completely off last night, and it spun a little bit, and it just stayed straight.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
Yeah, I mean, I could feel it spinning. Yeah, I could feel it hazing the tires, but it never shuddered.
And that's the one thing that when we do this after this podcast, that GTO.
GTO's gonna bust that ass on that.
No,
what I'm trying to
it's
say.
no. That's the C7. If that C7 doesn't beat the GTO, then either A, I was lied to about the power the car makes, or we have an issue with that one.
Well, we know what that car makes. Well, kind of, but it's
well, I should have, but I shouldn't have.
I know the reasons why you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
it all makes sense. I definitely get it.
It sucks that it's because I had everything to make the car get to 1,000 horse without building the trans. I mean, you don't have to have a trans built no matter what.
But don't they have the
Power
same
level.
motor as the Caprice? And it's still 6.0 in it.
Well, so the motor to the Caprice is actually an Australian LS, so they're L99s or L77s. I'm sorry, whereas that's an LS2.
Mm-hmm.
So they're technically the same motor, but they're not. They got different heads and a different intake setup.
Yeah,
But
so you really need to put LS3 heads on anyway, don't you?
yeah, well, I mean, I do. But for right now, I'm wanting to do the cheap man route and just put a set of deck of 80s in it, which has got deck of 40s in it, but it's not enough for that supercharger. I mean, it's the AFRs are good, but the duty cycle is just way too high.
Was it 95?
Oh, I mean, I think it's over like 103.
Oh wow!
Like
So that's a supercharger? It's not turbo? I
no,
thought
it's a
it was
supercharged car.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
super.
yeah. So it's blower versus blower.
Because I heard it whining earlier, but I thought it was him that I was hearing the whining from. So,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
No, you
Oh.
can't hardly hear mine whine. That's why I put the lid on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, when you put the blower on it and the bigger throttle body, it makes it louder.
Yeah, you put mine's got the big gulp on it, whereas his is just a cold air intake kit. But
Gotcha.
mine also isn't. I mean, it's retrofitted to it. It's not an actual.
I ordered the big
Yeah.
Gulf yesterday, so
So I mean, but the tires on the back of that thing, on the back of the GTO, it's as soon as I hit the second, like I'm gonna do it in second gear, and I'm just gonna floor it in second, and it's just gonna sit there and leave 11 behind it. It's
Now,
not
is it
gonna-
automatic or straight shift?
No, it's straight shift.
It's straight
256, yeah, 256 manual.
Okay.
With the
Because they didn't make many automatics in those cars, did they?
well, actually, they made more automatics than did manuals. Which I don't understand why, but I kind of do, but I kind of don't at the same time. It's when Pontiac was in that weird stage where they were trying to get more people to come in and buy their cars because they didn't want to go bankrupt. They already knew about the bankruptcy before, 2003. I mean, they already knew that they were going to be going out the door soon.
Yeah.
So they were like, let's do something. And then they built the GTO around that same time. And they built more automatics that first year because they were wanting to get college kids in them. And they were just out of the price range for a college kid. I mean, I don't know what the MSRP was on them, but I mean,
no, it's more than 20 grand.
by a long
yeah,
shot.
I think it was like 32 or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it ended up,
50% more.
yeah,
Yeah.
it ended up being a car that this college kid's dad bought after he got their kids through college. And then by that time, Pontiac was under.
Yeah.
So they built so many of them, and I like the car. It's a stupid reason why I like it, but I like it because of the movie Herbie. That was
The movie what?
Herbie.
The Punch Bug?
Yeah, so Herbie races a black GTO and beats the GTO, but I always loved the look of that black GTO, which now I know this one's red.
No, what was
So-
funny is when you told me that, I was like, is he coming back with a Volkswagen?
Because I didn't tell Robert what I was getting at the time. He was like, "You're not going to show me a
So
picture."
you wanted a car that got beat by a punch bug.
Yes, 100%.
But
Herbie was like 5,000 horsepower. That
Yeah, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
he was.
yeah, Herbie was like, well, do we even know what Herbie's horsepower was?
I know it's, I'm just guessing.
I mean, he was on the. He was at Daytona 500. So I mean,
Flat 4, making 750. camel hump heads. You know what I mean?
I just know during that race, Herbie jumps up and then goes up on all wheels on the side of the wall and wall rides it to the finish. And that dude in the GTO was like, "What the heck?" or whatever. You know, he's like mad as crap. But yeah, I always liked them since I watched that movie, and I never thought that I'd ever own one just because.
So you Google it, Joe?
Yeah, I'm Googling it.
Just because it's not one of those cars that's really like, oh, I really want that car. You know, like I guess I've kind of steered myself into the attention-seeking cars, not, you know, the cars that hide in the shadows.
Because they got beat by freaking Herbie.
But but I'll never forget it. It was a black GTO. I think it had yellow or red colors on the dash, and this one's actually got factory-ish gauges on the center console, which I mean they can't be factory because they didn't come factory supercharged. But it says GTO on the boost gauge and it says GTO on the fuel pressure gauge. So I mean it looks cool. I mean it's got all the nice gauges in it and everything. It's got the AFR gauge from AEM and everything. I mean it's enough for me at this moment. And
So will Deca 80 support corn?
They don't even say.
yes, it does. Deca 80 does support corn. So the end goal with the car is push the T56 until it almost breaks. Which
What's
is
like 600 or 700?
well, I mean,
You're
I'm
already
already
there.
there.
First pull. Boop.
Yeah, so I'm really
Yeah,
already at the power level, but I've not watched, but I've read through some old forums that were back in like 07, 08, where guys were showing their dyno numbers and they were pushing 1,000 then
On the factory.
on stock transmission. But let's keep in mind though, 07, 08, the car's only a year or 2 years old. So these cars are maybe got at the very most 30,000 miles.
Yeah, these are 19 years old now.
So, I mean, the T56 needs some love already because it's.
Well, a lot of people do go to the T56s for when they're racing on the ship.
But it's not the same.
They go to a T56
No.
Magnum.
Yeah.
This is just a bare bones T56. The
What
gear
about-
set's different.
What about doing one from Tremec or something? What are they?
Well, I looked at them for a 1,000 horsepower rated trans is like right at 2,700.
That's not bad.
It's not, but
It's
at the
not
same
bad for 1,000
time,
horsepower?
at the same time though, like if I could put Deca 80s in it, get the duty cycle down, and then put a cam in it, and then
Drive
then
it
see what it does. You know, I mean, because I'll probably never dig race this car just because of the clutch it's in it. It's got a triple disc clutch in it, and it will not take off. Like I tried launching it. You didn't hear this, Sydney. I tried launching it the other day in it, and it did not like it. Like the whole it could be something in the rear end. It could be suspension. I don't know, but I'm not really diagnosed it yet. But it
Sounds
chattered.
like excuses to me.
It chattered so
So is it
bad.
going 8.8?
You know, I don't even know. I don't even
It's
know.
not solid axle, is it?
No.
So
It's got It's so the
CVs.
1,000 horsepower axles for that.
So now the GTOs, they were only around what, 2 years, 3 years?
GTOs ran from 2003 to 2006, so 3 years.
So 3 years.
So
Well, actually, it might be 2002. I'm not for sure. Don't
So
hold me
4
to that.
years,
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean they didn't run them from long.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you got to think of when you do those axles, all you're asking for is to find the weak point.
Which will definitely be right there.
Well, so it would probably be easier just to leave the axles in it and just replace the axle when it's broken. So you can go to AutoZone and get one of those.
I agree with that statement. And then, I mean,
Well, you're
I'll
not-
definitely have to keep some of the
Well, you're not
trunk.
breaking a diff or a,
Yeah.
a transmission.
But another thing that it's definitely getting is a weight reduction for sure. Like that car's got subwoofers in it. It's got,
What are you going to do with the subwoofers?
I mean, they're crap subs. I mean, I think they come from Walmart.
Oh.
I mean, if you want them,
What
you
are
can
you
have
saying
them.
about Walmart subwoofers?
Well, I've
So
had
I
a
can run it.
couple. I've had a couple of them, and I blew every single one of them that I've had.
It's fine.
Because they're always
That's some,
refurbished.
to
Yeah.
throw into the tracker for when I go up the mountains and stuff.
Oh, they'll definitely work for that. Definitely,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, the box that it's in is a GTO box, but it's split down the middle. So whenever I go around a curve, you hear it sloshing because the subs are going to that. So,
So they just need to be mounted.
well, they also sound like crap. Man, I don't really want that extra weight.
Oh, I
So-
got
How
you.
much
Makes
they weigh?
sense.
100 pounds?
Roundabout, yeah. With everything, yeah.
I don't
I'd
know.
say
The
about
100 pounds in the back of the Caprice though made it hook.
It helped the Caprice a lot, but that car's going to go on a diet.
It also didn't have swampers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had-
If I put the car on a diet and then
That's probably what it was. It was just trying to rotate the Earth, man.
Yeah.
That's what you heard was the Earth shattering and getting out of whack.
Rubbing on the concrete behind me.
No.
I mean, it does look like a tank has went through my front yard where I've been parking it. So
Jesus. I didn't even pay attention to them.
yeah,
I can't even see it on the camera.
And they're Michelins. They're Michelins too, but I mean they're a snow tire without the cleats. I mean that's what it is. It's a snow tire. It says snow on the side, but they don't have the cleats at all.
Like they came straight out of Desert Storm. You know what I'm saying? Like it came from the military. They're a military tire.
Yeah,
Damn.
They're like 16 ply.
yeah, but it's going to get a weight or a diet for sure, and then after it gets
The cars?
yeah, well both of us.
Oh. Should've done that.
I'm gonna do the deck of 80s first, and then I'm gonna do the cam package. I'm trying to get. I need to get with Straub again. You know, we called another
Did he
day.
email it to you?
Yeah, he emailed it to me, and then I went and fell asleep.
Yeah. When you email it back, give me. We'll send it directly to Chris.
What was the camera he was talking about?
So, well, I'm not going to talk to. When we talked to him on the phone, he was like, "Just fill out this form, and then let us know what you really like, what your goal is, or whatever, and then we'll get back to you." But I talked to Brian from BTR, and he was wanting to sell me a Stage 2 LSA cam kit, but I also really liked how the Mustang sounded. Straub was the one that done the cam for that car. So,
But that's also two different caliber kind of cars too.
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, you can still get like Texas Speed's cam doesn't sound as good as BTR cam does. Like
That's why I got the Camaro. BTR.
yeah, so like a BTR Stage 1 cam that was in the Caprice sounded 10 times more meaner than
It's just that loop.
what's his face's Camaro that had a Texas Speed Stage
Yeah,
3 or 4 in it.
Yeah.
So
And of course, the Mustang. I mean, the LS in the Mustang was. I mean, it's still an LS3 based, engine, and it's full water jacketed. I mean, it could be a street engine,
it just takes some.
Just not the way we built it.
Yeah,
Right.
but
it had a pretty aggressive cam on it. I mean, it was.
Oh, I remember hearing it.
I just want to go with something that's going to give me more power up top than down low, which is kind of weird sounding. But
Well, if you're going to be doing the road racing, then
Yeah.
it makes sense for
It-
you to
it-
have
yeah.
the power up top. And
I want my power range to be from 55, 5700 up.
Mhm.
So, because I mean, in second gear, the car is at 60 mile per hour at 5300. So,
So if you build your own trans, you can definitely change that too. Change the gearing
Yeah.
of the trans.
if it's not an if, when the trans blows up, because it's gonna happen.
He's
when it-
already planning for the train
when
to
it-
fucking go.
Yeah, when it blows up, I wouldn't mind doing something crazy with it. I've not made my mind up, but I'm really thinking about.
So what is the first gear in that thing? Like 211, 215?
I'd have to look at the sheet. I'm not 100% sure. I know they changed them from the F body car. From the F body to the GTO, they changed the gear set. So I don't really know what it is. You would think that I know everything about this car because I go nerded out when I go to buy a car or trade for one. But I'm really wanting, if I do what I really think I want to do, which is going to be some sort of straight cut gear or something to where I can just flat foot shift the car and not have to worry about it.
Now, you can also fix the car up too where it can go like taking curves and stuff with us. Like, got some sway bars and stuff in it.
It'll definitely,
Because we're going to hit the drag in the parkways some more and cruise around after car shows.
I haven't thought that far with it yet, just because one of our buddies, Walker, he runs around with a lot of roll racing guys.
Yep.
And when I was in Atlanta, going there every weekend, that's what I done was we done roll races.
I can't wait to get back there.
And I miss it. I miss it like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a drug. I don't know how to describe it. If you've been in the game and been a part of the game, and you know that feeling. I miss it, and it's stupid to say that. I mean, it's a very dangerous game, but
Definitely, especially nowadays, that it's a Class C feeling, straight off the bat.
yeah. I mean, I've heard some stories of guys that 1320 follows around in the Midwest, and as soon as they catch them off the trailer, it's straight to jail. As soon as they catch you off the trailer, you're gone.
Yep.
And they're getting serious about it.
Being off the trailer.
There's some sort of legality.
Probably just for like the modifications and stuff for the car being illegal.
I gotcha.
driving it on public roads.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
Street cars.
impounding.
Yeah.
They're impounding
Yeah.
them like crazy. Yeah. Street cars. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I want to follow.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, it. I want something that's going to be very competable here in East Tennessee, and it not be costing me $100,000.
You sleepy over?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not enjoying the podcast.
Oh, he's thinking tired of listening to me talk.
No, I'm just listening.
Uh,
I can listen with my eyes closed.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I want to get back into the race and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking it to the Dragon. It'll definitely have to get. I'll have to do something with this weight part for sure.
Well, it's just what you're saying is, let's go on and we've talked about it, having fun. There's just so many, I'll just say it, stupid rules of drag racing. It is, somebody's going to get pissed off all the time. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, making rules for drag strip really, really sucks, and it's hard because you try to fit the rules for everybody to get into it, and somewhere down the road you're pissing somebody off, and you're like, well, I wasn't trying to piss you off. I mean, it's just trying to make everything as fair as possible and everybody can fit into an area, but man, it just can't happen.
I think that's the biggest reason why I like the roll racing side of things because, excuse me, you line up beside a car, you don't know nothing about it, you don't know what kind of power they're pushing. You could either get waxed or you could wax them, and mostly it's cars that are under 1,300 horsepower nowadays. I mean, unless you go to Texas, of course. But really, truthfully, when you go to Texas and you're racing those 2,000 horsepower cars, you know about it beforehand. It's not like you're just like you go to a meet and it's boom, it's going. A lot of those races nowadays, they're pre-planned. I mean, they just are. So,
I mean, it's crazy that nowadays. I think we talked about it in the last podcast, but I mean, it's just crazy, like how back then 300 or 400 horsepower, man, you was a fucking bomb.
Yes.
Nowadays, you've got to have at least 900 to 1,300 just to.
and it's crazy.
Compete
It's crazy to say
on the
that.
streets, yeah.
It really is. I mean, it's so crazy how easy your 1,000 horsepower is made nowadays.
Yep.
And then it's even crazier how they can maintain it.
Yeah.
So back then it was like 1,000 horsepower was kill. Like you were putting your
Oh,
car
yeah.
to
You was
the
back daddy.
limit. Like that was on the limit. I mean, you could make passes, but it wasn't reliable by no means.
Nope.
But now there's
Tesla's
I mean,
coming out
yeah,
with it.
I mean,
well,
you
there's
can
400Ks making
1,000.
1,500.
Yeah, I mean, on stock blocks, it's like what?
Oh, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy.
But I kind of wanted an MR2 for the longest with a K swap, and that was with the air ratchet shifter. But I think the GTO is going to get that love beforehand. And it's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of R&D.
Mhm.
There's only 3 other cars out there that's done it, and their setups are not the same.
Right.
So that's what I want to do with it.
Speaking of K-Swap, I've got something coming for the channel eventually with the K-Swap. I haven't introduced it yet. Well, yes and no, kind of thing, but yeah. So I already asked you this question. What got you into cars? What made you just get into them? Because I know you started off with, a Honda Accord?
I did, but so I'll date myself here. So in '96, I was 16. I wasn't into cars. I could care less. And I saw a 93 or 4 Supra twin turbo Targa. And I was like, what is that? And it was factory, but it was still, had the big wing. And I asked my stepdad, I was like, hey, can we afford that? And he's like, no. So my first car was
And
actually.
we still can't afford them
Yeah.
nowadays somewhat.
For the most part, I still don't have one. I got a 2J though. I don't have a Supra. But I saw that car, and actually my first car was an '82 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and it smoked like a freight train, and the gas gauge didn't work. So you're trying to give somebody that has no concept of fuel mileage a car with no gas gauge that worked, and it was a gas guzzler.
Mhm.
So at the time, gas was like $1 a gallon or something. Like 88, 89, something like that, 99 cents a gallon. So I'd drive from Rogersville to Morristown and back, and I'd put like $8 in it.
Full tank of gas right there.
Well, no, it wasn't full tank of gas. It was just
No.
all I could afford,
Uh,
And then I would be out of gas, and I'd call my stepdad, and I'm like, hey, this piece of crap tore up. And he said, you put gas in it? And I was like, yeah, I'm not an idiot. And he's like, well, where'd you go? And I was like, well, I left Rogersville and went to Morristown, rode around, came back to Rogersville. And he's like, yeah, you're out of gas. I was like, whatever. And then so he just bring gas, we put it in it, it start up.
Oh shit! Makes you feel like a dumbass, didn't it?
So it was just like, I had no concept of what fuel mileage was.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd joked around, I'd go to the gas station and I'd fill up with oil and check the gas, you know. And
I mean, fill up with oil.
yeah, fill up with oil and check the gas.
Okay, I can't say that. I've been there before, so yeah, I get it.
So I mean, it's 82 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, right? It's literally longer than my grandmother's minivan. It's 26 feet long or something like that. You know, and then like this big piece of crap. You know, but I was 16. I didn't give a crap.
Wasn't nothing like the one I drove out one day, was it?
It was longer.
Was
It wasn't
longer
that big a piece. It wasn't that big a piece of crap.
Dude,
like
that thing would go anywhere.
If you're talking about what I think you're talking about,
Yeah.
you were lying to everyone watching this
Oh,
video
yeah.
right
That
now.
car was bad. Like my car would at least drive.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
did another day podcast on that.
yeah,
stuff.
but that. So I think it had. I don't know. I want to think that car had like a big block in it. It was like this massive, physically massive engine that had like 12 horsepower. Like I'm astonished that General Motors could make a motor that big with that little horsepower. But we ended up, I saved some money and I ended up with like a Mazda 626 or something, like a 4-door. And then I got a job and I got a 93 Civic DX, I'm sorry. And it was teal. And then that was kind of what I put wheels and stuff on, and I had another Civic after that, and another Civic after that, and I had the Accord. And then so at some point I had a few Ridgelines, like I kind of got out of it when my girls were little. And then when I got the Jeep, and it grew into this monstrosity that it was.
You talking about Honda Ridgelines, like the trucks?
Yeah, I had 3 Honda Ridgelines.
Ugh.
He swears by him, bro.
Dude, I'm
He
telling you,
swears by him.
best
No,
car. Best car to go in the snow ever. Period.
All right.
I said a Michelin LTX M&S's.
Yeah.
And any amount of snow you want to put it through, well, I don't want to say that, but East Tennessee snow that you want to put it through, it will go anywhere you want it to, because it's mainly front-wheel drive, and it's got that big, heavy V6 in it. You know what I mean?
We seen one at the auction when we went and got
And it's got a trunk.
the 200.
Yeah.
And
I just can't. I just-
he showed me
nah.
some stuff on it. I was like, that's some creature comforts right there. That
Dude, it's awesome.
You need in other vehicles. But
Dude, that thing would tow, like I was riding four-wheelers and stuff, we'd take a 20-foot trailer, 4 four-wheelers, 4 guys, and it'd get like 13 miles a gallon. Pulling all that.
out of a Ridgeline.
Yeah.
Impressive, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it didn't, it was,
Still wouldn't catch me driving one. But
It
yeah.
wasn't a lady killer by no means, but I mean,
Yeah.
if it does the deed, it does the deed.
yeah, I liked it.
It's a wannabe truck.
Well, so it's more of a truck than an S10.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
S10 only tows like 2,500 pounds or so, 3,000 pounds. The original one tows 6,000 pounds.
What S10 makes a good track car.
I agree with that. I'm just saying.
I don't think anyone's made a track car out of a Ridgeline.
No, I
yet,
thought
so we don't
about
know
that,
yet.
That would be different.
So what I want to do is, you guys make fun of me all the time. I want an 88 Ford Fiesta, right, or a Geo Metro, and I want to put an EJ25.
Now, hold on a minute. Back to the Geo Metros. You remember, them things are classics. You
Oh,
you
my
cannot. Okay.
It's a more inside joke.
Yeah.
That-
That'll be in the other podcast when we talk about
golly.
the
But
other
yeah,
neutral drop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I still keep thinking about that old New Yorker that I wouldn't even get into.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So,
But-
but what actually really though made you start building cars? What was it? The Accords,
No, it was the Civics.
the Civics. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
the one, like the white one.
No,
that's
that's
an
an Accord.
Okay.
So there's a green one on my wall too. That's the first
Yeah.
car I
Okay.
ever
Yeah.
had.
Gotcha.
Well, first car I modded.
Gotcha.
And then that was it was pretty, at the time, it's a pretty quick little car. I mean, because nobody was really making a bunch of horsepower.
Oh no, I was in there. Like I said,
Yeah.
you made 300-400.
Yeah.
He's the back there.
So I ended up with a 98 EX, and I put 100 shot of nitrous on it. I think I went like 970 in an eighth or something. 92 mile an hour or something like that.
Which I mean, back then.
Back then, I mean, dude, I'm not telling you I beat everybody, but
Yeah.
It wasn't no slouch, Ron.
yeah, it was no slouch. And then I was always I was always technology's replacement for displacement.
Mhm.
And then when I got the Jeep, it was, technology with displacement is just a bad mamma jamma.
Yeah. Now the Jeep was the actually first
I
full
had-
on got you drag racing, really.
Yeah, I mean, I drag raced the other stuff, but it wasn't like serious. It was like
Yeah.
street stuff.
Yeah.
But the Jeep was
Because I know that's whenever I first met you. Well, it was still a streetable car then. It wasn't all full blown out.
yeah, because
First car like
it
you
was
did.
my daily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was my daily for 2 years.
Yeah.
But it was '06 SRT8, 6.2 Hemi, 425, I think, factory.
Mm-hmm.
The day I got it, I actually came up here and made a pass when John stole the race trip.
Right.
And I went like, man, I want to think I went like 860 out the gate. Like, and that's rolling.
Oh yeah. Especially
what I
in
mean?
a big SUV too back then.
Yeah. I remember this is before anything big was fast. You know what I mean? I really wanted a Challenger, but we had 2 small girls and I needed the car seats.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was the same engine,
Yeah. And way more room.
way more room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all-wheel drive.
Yeah. So we came up here, and whoever was taking the money, I guess it was John's wife or whoever, but she was taking the money, and she's like, "You're racing that?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am."
Bitch, you about to learn today.
And after the first pass and whatever I ran, 880, 860, something like that. It was sub 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I was coming back down the return road, and she's flagging me down. "Honey, you got to wear a helmet." She said, "What'd you do to that thing?" I was like, "This came off the showroom floor, honey. I don't know. I didn't do anything to it." And I was, foot braking the crap out of it, and I think I was like 1.560 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I drove it, like I never took the track again for 2 years or so. And then me and Jeremiah went to Fun Ford, Mopar Muscle at Bristol. And I don't even remember what year it was. I've got some pictures from it, but they wouldn't let us show us at each other. And I was like, that's the whole reason I came is to hang out with my buddy.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's 2 different shows. I was like, I don't even care about the show. Like, don't put me in the show. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in the judging. I'm not going to win anything anyway. It's essentially a stock Jeep.
Yeah, just let me in.
I'm just here to have fun, man.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't. So I got mad and I was going to leave. And I was going back out the gate. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to, because they were doing a drag portion also. And then so I was like, well, take my car show money, put it in the drag money, and I'll do that. And then so that weekend is the first time I ever saw a Hellcat. That's when they first came out, whatever year that was.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out there, and I think I did the street class, and I ended up drawing the Hellcat. And then the way they did it was you had to go on a cruise, and you had to come back, and you had to do 3 back-to-back passes.
Right.
And you had to come back down the return road. You couldn't even go into the pits. You couldn't adjust anything. You couldn't open your hood. You couldn't do anything.
Right.
I think I went like 13.7 or something. It was still stock.
Yeah.
And
And heavy as shit.
yeah, well, I beat the Hellcat the first time because it was a 6-speed car on hard tire, so he just never
He's boosted.
got it to hook up.
Yeah.
And then every time I beat him to the 8th, every time. And then the last 2 times, I remember the third time, like he passed me at 1,000 feet, like chirping in 4th gear or something.
Shit.
And he beat me, and I was like, okay, I need more power.
That's when it all started.
Yeah. And then, at the time, I was more financially set, to do things. And so we put 150 shot of nitrous on it, and I think it took me to like an 11.7 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I raced it for probably another 2 years like that. And then it got to the point where in the street side, I was starting to get beat. I mean, we rocked a lot of heads
Yeah.
in that, and then it got to where everybody was starting to catch up. And then so I put a 200 shot on it, even though I was highly advised not to, that Mercedes transmission couldn't handle it. It's a NAG 1. And I think I made 3 passes, and then I had 6 neutrals.
Oh, well.
You said had the neutral plus the 5 that it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, I could clear the codes, and it would drive. Like, I could drive it, but if I got on it, it would pop back out.
Right.
And then I talked to Demon Performance. It's a whole story there, but we ended up doing, I wanted the biggest, baddest transmission. And they're like, well, if you're going to do the biggest, baddest transmission, you need the biggest, baddest motor. And then they're like, well, you need the biggest, baddest turbo. And they're like, well, you got to have fuel, so you got to have the biggest, baddest. When I say the biggest and the baddest, you're talking
I know that
not the
thing,
biggest and the baddest, but like,
yeah, I remember we done the video on it that I got really pissed about because my computer crashed and I lost all the recording that we done. Remember when I come out and I remember because you didn't have no passenger seat and I still hopped on the floorboard and we went down the road and they moved pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it
proud.
finally, like, my best time in it was 9003 at 154.
No, it's a quarter mile.
That's quarter mile. So it was like a 550,
Mm-hmm.
an eighth, something like that.
Yeah.
And it weighed 4625 at its lightest.
Still, that's
Man, it's very, very heavy.
Yeah. And it was pulling the front wheels.
oh yeah, I remember seeing a few videos of it.
So, but it was so unreliable. That Gen 3 Hemi,
Yeah, I know because you was constantly repairing it. Like,
yeah, lifting the head.
mhm.
And honestly, I think that the head lift was the spring in the wastegate, or no, I'm sorry, the spring in the blow-off valve was so tight that I couldn't even move it. Like literally, we had it on the bench, and there was like me and Jeremiah and Christian Beerfield were at the drag strip. Like we had a hammer, like a blunt hammer, and we were trying to push it in, and all three of us couldn't push it in. So what
it
I was thinking
definitely
was,
exited.
yeah, I don't think it was. It took a second for the turbo to blow off.
Yeah.
And then the wastegate's not helping that any, and we ended up we cut like 3 or 4 rings of the spring off to kind of help it open up.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, the reason we were doing that is because it stuck wide open on me at Crossville. So I made like a 130-mile-an-hour pass. Like I think I went like 560 at 130, and Crossville short anyway,
Yeah.
and it just stuck wide open.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, well, I wasn't scared for my life. I mean, I had a cage, but it was more like I just took a $100,000 car and threw it in the sand trap.
Mhm.
And the sand trap's fine, but you're still damaged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Plus you got
because
that sand up and everything too.
so I turned the key off. So it took me a solid 2 seconds to realize what the problem was, and then act on it. Come up with a plan and act on it. And so for 2 seconds, you could see like I'm on the brakes and it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached up, turned the key off, and then I also thought that I've got to turn the key back on or I'm going to lock myself out because it's stopped. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was 2 feet in the brakes, trying to get it to stop, and it was all manual brakes and manual steering. But I turned the key back on, and I went past the turnoff, but I didn't hit the sand. And then that's when we found the spring like that. So I think that's a major contributing cause to it lifting the heads.
Right.
Like it was, like I was shutting the throttle blade, and it was continuing to build boost.
Yeah. Just keep on climbing.
Yeah.
And then came the Mustang.
Well, everybody was kicking out all-wheel drives at that point.
Uh-huh. They still whine and bitch about all-wheel drives too, which
To me, if you got a
That's
small
stupid.
tire, you can't outrun an all-wheel drive.
yeah.
I don't know. It's just whatever.
I mean, I don't see how you can still say you're the biggest and baddest in anyways, because I mean, yeah, it's all-wheel drive, but at the same time, I have like when I let off this, I have like a little bit of a delay, and I mean, cars are moving before I do. Either I'm going to jump, or I'm just going to get lucky and guess. But still, I mean, I'm getting 60-footed most of the time, anyways.
Well, but I'm not seeing a small tire run a 17-inch wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're running a 15-inch 275, or they're running a 28-10.5.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like on the Jeep, it had 315, 55 or something, 17s. They're radials. They're street tires.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. And it weighed more. It weighed a Prius more than any Fox body out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because your Fox bars, you can get them things a lot of still.
Yeah, sub 3,000 pounds. Like you can fart in them and get them sub 3,000 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, you tell me you got a 3,000 pound Fox body, and you got 1,000 horsepower, or whatever, 800 horsepower on a small tire, and you're racing a 17-inch brick.
Mm-hmm.
With, I mean, I had to make 1,500 horsepower just to make that tire. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
To combat that weight.
Yep.
And then you complain. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was like that one race that we had here. Well, 2 races I lost. One was a Fox body. He was on a big shot mattress, but he was on slicks. Here I was in all season tires. Same with that F body Camaro. That was supposed to be in a street car, and you can tell where you just welded the exhaust on and made it work. And he had a full roll cage, everything stripped out and everything.
Like, I don't care about the roll cage because, the roll
It's
cage doesn't
safety.
make you faster. But
No.
yeah,
It's actually adding weight.
yeah, you're actually adding weight.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. And then we built the Mustang, and man, the Mustang was just worlds above my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more about the suspension than it was anything else.
Yeah.
And it was so much work.
Oh yeah, and plus too, like you were saying, you're getting maybe what, a minute of fun out of that thing versus what you can do with an actual street car. Cause
Yeah, or I mean, if you say that you made 10 hits at 5 seconds a pop
mm-hmm.
on the weekend, well, to get those 10 hits, it costs you 24 hours of your time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
$200-300.
Yeah. Well, anytime I'd go racing, I was dropping at least $500. You're talking diesel to get there, and then I had to buy gas for the generator,
Mm-hmm.
and then depending if it was far or not, if I could go home or if I stayed in the trailer, then your food there, your entry fees, like to get in, it's $20 a race, and the entry fee for the races are $100 to $300.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're working on your maintenance in the car 20 hours of the week just to get it ready for the weekend. So you're talking 45 hours a week that you're out to race for.
30 seconds.
Let's say a minute, like you said.
Yeah.
Let's just nice round numbers and say a minute. And then the first race I took the vet to, the road race, I left 2 sessions early, and I still drove the car for 3 hours.
That's a lot too.
You know what I mean? Like
Driving
physically
nonstop?
driving
Yeah.
for 3 hours, like hard driving for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Man, or we take it to the track, or I'm sorry, we take it to Cars and Coffee for an hour and a half. We eat breakfast.
Yeah.
We hit the dragon. We come home, and sometimes we're home before my girls even wake up from sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes we're home by noon.
Yeah.
And then I'm not hot and sweaty because I've not been in a car all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if I have been, it's got air conditioner.
Yeah.
You know, it's more fun, man. It's
Oh
just,
yeah. I agree with it, definitely. That's the reason I built the F body like I was wanting to build F body, because I was wanting to truly build it for either Ultimate Street or a small tire. But I mean, small tire's just gotten carried away, anyways. Because I mean, it's nowadays it's all about how much money you got to win small tire. And
I
shit.
agree with that statement 110%.
well, and sometimes it's not about the money that you spend into it. Sometimes you got to have the knowledge. Like I think we built a killer car. We just didn't have the knowledge to fulfill it,
Uh-huh.
and make it its potential.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, well, a lot of money in that car.
If you were to build that car today, you'd have $200,000 in it. So, you know, a lot of my stuff came pre-COVID
Mm-hmm.
or during COVID,
Yeah.
so it was not that inflated price that everything is now.
I wish I had just half that thing right there. That'd be a lot
So-
of fun.
To be honest, man, like for that car, I could have bought a Lambo, or I could have bought a
Mm.
something. You know. Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You live and you learn. It's an expensive mistake, but at the same time, I learned so much. Like I didn't realize how much I learned
Mm-hmm.
on that car until you talk to somebody that hadn't went through that same process.
Right.
To be honest, I didn't even know that you could pick the gears in the transmission. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's part of the racing world, though. I mean,
yeah,
you learn as you go and stuff. You learn a lot.
yeah. I mean, if money was not a problem, and I wasn't trying to build, I'm not going to be conceited and say, but I'm trying to build a legacy with my family. We're trying to build a recycling place, that
Oh, yeah.
supports things.
No, I get it.
If we weren't trying to build something like that, and money was no object, and I didn't have to work a normal job, and I could spend 40 hours a week working
Yeah.
on the car, awesome. Let's do
Oh
it.
yeah.
But when you're 40 plus hours a week, and you're doing 45 hours a week at work, and then you're a dad, and you're a husband, and you got 2 kids doing everything, and
Oh yeah.
you still try to have some private time, it's too much.
Oh
Too
yeah.
much.
It most definitely is. I mean, shit, I can relate to that bigger and crap. I mean, because most of my reason I didn't really do any racing a lot was because I had to run the events and stuff. So I mean, I didn't have a chance to really get there. And that's what everybody's like now. And they're like, dude, why don't you get here and race? I'm like, well, no, because it's my event, my track. I mean, if I get up here and I start winning, people are gonna think I'm cheating somehow, even though there's really no way in it. It's just the
Yeah.
crybabies that you deal with nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's going to find a problem with something. And therefore we could just go hang out
Yeah, and I enjoy that a lot more.
and we play
than
around on
racing.
play around on the interstate and be stupid, and nobody gets mad. Nobody gets like, especially with our circle, nobody gets mad about anything.
No.
It's
Just when you go to Cars and Coffee, you get mad something with it.
yeah, that's Jake's fault.
What? That is not my fault, sir.
Jake started this whole thing.
Okay.
I believe that. I believe Jake.
He was walking over and he
Yeah.
said, "You're chicken if you don't." That's what he said.
I believe. I remember. I think I heard him say that.
Well, I was talking to Jake, the son of my wife. I'm like, I don't go out purposely trying to start crap with anybody, but like I've got this thing in my head that it calls out bull crap.
Yeah.
And like if I feel it's bull crap, like my mind just won't let it go.
No, I know. I'm with you. That's the same way with me. I mean, my freaking mouth sometimes says stuff before I actually really sit and
You
think
hear it
about
for the first time as it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, and you're like, shit, I really just said that. Dang, I really told this person. And then you're like, dang, well, fuck it, it is what it is.
At that point, it is. I mean, you already said it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I try. It's not my goal to go out. Like I mean, how many times we hang out and nothing ever happens? Like I'm not
Oh,
going
yeah,
out
much
trying to
times.
be a jerk, but if like with the Cars and Coffee thing,
Now that guy deserved it. Screw him.
What about the donuts in the truck?
Huh?
Donuts in the truck.
what?
Remember?
No.
Donuts in the truck.
Donuts in the truck.
Oh yeah. No, that guy deserved it. That guy deserved it.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you weren't there.
I
Were
got
you?
there late after it
Yeah.
all was done and over with. I wish I was there.
Yeah.
I would have cracked the motherfucking news.
It was that was quite the experience.
When you were saying donuts, I was like Krispy Kreme. I was like,
Well, I'm getting a little hungry now.
but no, yeah, that So out of all the times we've hung out, there's been what, twice?
That I can recall. Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
and both times were, in my opinion, legitimate reasons. I mean, it wasn't like we were just out there to pick a fight. It was something happened, and that's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, I agree. I definitely agree.
But it's definitely fun hanging out.
Oh yeah. But doing this or just, I mean, before we even done this, it was hanging out at the shop or whatever. We went and bought $500 or $1,500 cars to do a challenge with, and we've not got to do that challenge yet. But even though we've not done it yet, we've still had amazing fun with those cars.
Oh,
yeah.
God, yeah.
It's
When people come over, they're amazed with what we do to those cars.
Yeah. Which that's what I told him the other day. I keep forgetting about having the RSX though, because I didn't really get to really drive it or do anything because the cookie sheets didn't really work. And I'm still not trying to completely destroy it, so I need to take some parts out of it and just go find me something else.
So here's an idea. Let's take the. Hold on a second. Gotta lock the bag.
Because I want to echo or do the exoskeleton thing with the RSX. It's kind of what I've been wanting to do here lately.
So why don't we get you some extra wheels and just take the tires off of them,
like
and then lock the e-brake.
yeah. So
There's no rubber. There's no friction.
It's just the rim. So take them to Tommy and have him take the tires off.
and
the
we
rim.
can weld a
Plate to the bottom of it. Because at that point, it's going. I mean, it's there's no rubber there. Yeah, to create any sort of resistance for it to roll. It's just going to be stationary.
And then what's going to happen? Like, that wheel rolls over and it runs the thing. You just turn it over a little bit and put the e-brake up back up.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that drifting front wheel drive. I've heard this. I would never take part in those actions, but I feel like it's a lot more fun than drifting rear wheel drive.
But still, though, I kind of want, like I was saying, though, making it with them exo vehicles too. Though I think it'd be pretty badass. But
I mean, if you could,
I'm not gonna be able to do that because I've got to take some parts
Yeah.
off of it for the other thing I'm wanting to do with it. So.
If you could find a rear wheel drive car, whether it be a Crown Vic or a Lexus or whatever.
I actually need to get a 350Zs on there, dude.
Well, I mean,
You don't pay for those
yeah.
because those are gift cars.
Yeah, but I found a few of them who don't have titles. They're by 1800 still, though.
That's the only thing I struggle with is like what pawn place has a title.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to be coming looking for that car after you buy it?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, "Hey, isn't that the car that we just put out for a repo list the other day, and it's just now magically appearing over here?"
Yeah.
But
Saw it on that podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, if Crown Vics were a lot cheaper than they are now, I'd have a fleet of them. Like
You've already
So
got two of them.
I tried to buy 2 cars this week, 2 crappy cars. Well, not necessarily crappy cars, but one was going to be a beater, and one was I was going to try to turn into a drift car.
Mhm.
And they turned down both my offers.
Well, you got the Lexus for the drift car.
Well, it's going to cost too much to make it a stick shift.
Oh,
So I found a C4 bet. They were asking like $3,200 for it. I offered them 2, but it needs a clutch, and they don't know if it runs great.
Mhm.
I'm not paying $3,000 for something I can't see and run.
oh no, I don't blame you there. No, I don't blame you there. That's like with the podcast stuff here. There's a lot more I need to learn, but there's also a lot more stuff I want to add into this because I want to add like an actual station area, but where the cameras can pick us up out there. Because right now, I mean, they're picking us up pretty good, but they're having a hard time. But I want to like a TV that we can all view because like after some of the previous events, I want to put a TV up so we can actually like watch it and talk about the events, the previous events, or some other kind of crazy builds that are coming out or something.
I just thought of something.
You're good.
Never mind. I actually have a 32-inch TV that I have nothing to do with. Like, I got it on trade for a set of wheels. I got that at Xbox money and some other stuff, so might be something that we could bring up here and use.
Because it's all about the cable you use, right? Like that.
Well, I mean, you can link it with your phone. It's wireless.
Oh, so
It's,
you can do all
it's
that?
new enough that it can.
Yeah,
you
because
can
then I can
wireless
link
connect
it to the
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah, it's in. I mean, it's in the back of the old Chevrolet. I mean, I can literally get it today and bring it up here.
I mean,
I just haven't thought about it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to bring it today because when we get down here, I've got to get
Well,
furniture
you get what I'm saying,
and a bunch of other stuff.
I mean, I could definitely have it up here by the next one. So I think it's a Vizio. Pretty sure it's a Vizio. 32 inch. I mean, it's not huge, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be here all week, so I mean, I'll just run it
Right.
by one day
well,
and then give me time to play with it.
I don't have the luxury that you and Robert do, so I have to work throughout the week. I work night shift, man. Okay, but yeah, I get up here definitely sometime either this week or
Yeah.
Friday.
Because right now, like, me talking to this doesn't sound the same as it did the first time we did the podcast. So I've got to figure out what settings I screwed up.
So speaking of Friday, I got to get my stitches out, my staples.
Dude, we can take that out right now.
I mean, on camera, that's content.
Yeah,
We've already done one.
I know.
Where's the tweezers?
I'm afraid that since I saw the look of those others, so they're pretty deep. I'm afraid that it'll hurt
You
coming
won't
out.
feel a thing.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to numb it when they're going to think
No, they're
about
not. They say it don't hurt.
It's not-
They say there's a little gun that.
Oh, I got a gun too. It's called tweezers.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely took one out.
Yeah.
It got Maggie sick by looking at it.
Oh, she watched the video?
Yeah.
Do you still have it in the truck?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't take it out.
So we was going down the road, and Robert had a can of fell and hit him in the head. And I was in the back seat, and one of those staples stick up, and I was thinking, I was like, man, that'd be awesome just to pull that thing out. And I was like, hey, Robert, I just really want to pull the staple out. And he's like, yeah, go ahead and do it. I feel it loose. And I'm like, are you serious? And then, of course, Jacob pulls up the tweezers, and
I asked what
Sure
they
enough.
were. I asked
Yeah,
what they
what's
were.
funny is like I had tweezers in the truck.
Yeah.
Like I got a whole kit. Like
how,
we could do pedicures out of that little kit I got in the truck. We should start that.
why do you got the tweezers in your car?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Sure, okay.
And they were not new either. They were not new. They had been used.
They have not been used. They're
I
brand
know,
new.
I'm just kidding. I had to take the plastic off of them, but
I got them from Marshall, son.
oh, high roller.
Yeah.
You gotta be classy.
Like what happens though? Like I get out to a race and we're standing in the trailer, and then like, I got a hangnail
Oh,
or something, and like who has, you know,
Spot
well
that shit.
sometimes it still don't work,
Oh.
you know. So I got that little kit put in the truck. So if we're out somewhere, I can like actually go get
gotcha.
something, get a splinter or something.
You're freezing me in them shorts.
He looks very cold. Like I look over here once in a while and he like jerks real hard.
My
And
legs
like I
are
see,
chilly. It's chilly in here.
I
It
see,
is chilly.
It's 57 outside.
I
Yeah.
see your supposed to come up, but
If it's above 45 and I'm not going to be out in the weather, I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah. Well, I had the heater going, but it was a little loud
Yeah.
because I got to get readjust these damn mics.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I guess it's probably a pretty good time to end the podcast. Now we've already been talking for over an hour and 15 minutes almost.
Wow.
Yeah, don't even feel
it
like
goes by fast.
it does.
It goes by fast.
Well, guys, I appreciate you guys coming out and doing the podcast with me and everything again.
No problem, man.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Like I said, there's a few more things, of course, you can probably tell by the audio that I need to work on and try to get more things set up. But as we go, I will get better at this. And
Can we get LEDs next time?
Yeah, man. I miss them, man. I had them the first one, and now the second one, I feel deprived.
I will get you all the
Feel
LED lights
mistreated.
up and
You know, I
going.
mean, I'm not going to really talk about the elephant in the room that Robert got, but you know, I mean.
But yeah, we'll definitely get it fixed.
You don't want to talk about that one.
But all right, guys. Like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.